Why Po loved Tigress? It's all began from the Kung Fu Panda, Secrets of the Scroll. Tigress was Po's first crush. Po was getting some mushrooms for his father Mr. Ping. And Po See Tigress Battles with Boar and defeated him, by using Tigress-style Kung Fu. Po at the moment he fall in love with Kung Fu and Tigress, and want to do Kung Fu. In the Kung Fu Panda, during the time when Tigress split-kicked two wooden board that fell on Po's head, Po sneakily picked up a piece of wooden board that Tigress broke, but suddenly dropped it when Shifu ordered him to do so. The piece was called the Love Chunk by the production team. After Po defeats Tai Lung, and after the town cheers for him, she is the first of the Furious Five to bow to him, calling him Master. When Po found the Furious Five after the Furious Five's battle with Tai Lung, Po checked to see if the Furious Five were alive. The first he checked on was Tigress. In the Kung Fu Panda 2, first time Po hugged Tigress in proof he loves her. At the start of the movie, Tigress is seen with the rest of the five, watching Po stuff bean buns into his mouth, and she seems to be having fun with it. When Mr. Ping shows Po his Tigress action figure, Tigress has a smile on her face as she looks at him. When Mr. Ping gets Po to take his action figures of the Furious Five, with Po's voices worry about his Tigress action figure being scratched. On the journey to Gongman City, on the boat, when Po is getting stressed over his issue with his long-lost family, Tigress tries to talk to him about it to make sure he is okay. Po seems to admire how hardcore Tigress acts. Po tries not to let Tigress worry about him, trying to act tough and emotionless like her. This is possibly to impress her. In Gongman Jail, Tigress forces Po to talk about why he let Shen get away. He says it's because he wanted answers about his family. He wants to go to Shen again for answers, ignoring her orders to stay at the jail, saying, the hardcore can't understand. She then gives him a hug, saying, the hardcore do understand, but I can't watch my friend be killed. Tigress seems distraught after watching Shen kill Po at the cannon factory. When Monkey mentions that Po would want them to remain strong, hardcore, Tigress looks like she is going to cry. During the final battle at the harbor, when Shen is about to shoot Po with his big cannon, Tigress pushes him out of the way, trying to take the shot for him. When Tigress is drifting in the water, Po swims up to her for a moment and holds her paw, trying to make sure she's still alive. When Po swims away, she reaches out to him. After Po defeats Shen, she pulls him up onto the boat out of the water, complimenting him on how hardcore he was. He responds by giving her a hug, although she does not show much reaction to it, other than surprise. She later puts a paw on his shoulder and watches the fireworks with a smile on her face. At the end of Kung Fu Panda 2 you can see Po making the Tigress action figure by hand, using a chisel. And Kung Fu Panda 3. While Po was denying that he can teach Kung Fu, he considered Tigress to be a better teacher than him. Looking concerned, Po asked Shifu if Tigress told him that he's not a good teacher. While Po was playing with his action figures while taking a bath, he made his Tigress action figure say to the action figure of himself, he's so handsome. Po brings his Tigress action figure as one of the things in his travel basket while heading to the secret panda village with his fathers. Po nearly cried when he had to give his Tigress action figure to one of the panda children. Mei Mei had been flirting with Po since he arrived at the village. When Tigress arrived at the secret panda village, Mei Mei asks, who's she? In a condescending tone, a way that's addressing a rival love interest. She stops flirting with Po afterwards as if she admits defeat. Tigress and Po spar about to deal with Kai. It sounds like an old married couple bickering. When Po could use the wuxi finger hold on to Kai to send him back to the spirit world. He looks in the direction of Tigress, which seems to indicate that she's his primary concern. After Shifu, Monkey, and Viper were captured by Kai, Tigress hopes for Po that he is ready to use Chi to defeat him, showing concern for him. going from the Jade Palace to the hidden panda village like that, and the fact she got there at all when the exertion should have sent her to spirit realm. If the power of love wasn't sustaining her so she could survive the trip, I don't what was. A tired out Tigress holds on to Po, who also carries her, to warn him about Kai's attack on the panda village. Tigress was the first one to talk sense into Po, telling him that learning about the secret of Chi is the only way to stop Kai, while Po was upset about his father's lie. Tigress, alongside Mr. Ping and Li Shen, were the most concerned for Po, who transported himself and Kai into the spirit realm. While everyone in the panda village aid Po with their Chi, Tigress, using her Chi, considers herself a loyal friend of Po's. Tigress, alongside the rest of the Furious Five and Po's fathers and the villagers, happily give Po a group hug for defeating Kai and mastering Chi. It should be noted that Legends of Awesomeness are considered a different canon from the story of the films. In Scorpion's Sting, Tigress has river fever when two rabbits got on Tigress's bed and put makeup on her face. They ask her, "Is Po your boyfriend?" And she replied, "What? No." They got the mirror of her and she said, "Just perfect." Quote, in Chain Reaction, Po seems psyched about going on a mission with Tigress. In Chain Reaction, when Tigress is hungry, Po tries to get her an apple, which she thanks him for. In Chain Reaction, Tigress began to argue with Po because she thinks that Ogway chose the wrong dragon warrior. Po responds that she may be a great warrior, but that she stinks at friendship and funship. But during their battle with the crocodiles, she apologized to Po, and they used their abilities together. After the battle, they smile at each other. Tigress also said that Po was the right dragon warrior. In Bad Po, when Po's evil side is created, he constantly flirts with Tigress, much to her annoyance. Po's good side also is extremely nice to Tigress by commenting on how shiny her fur is to offering to clean up her room. In Master Ping, Tigress is seen leaning on Po while sleeping, although she punches him in the face when he taps her to wake her. Not too long after, she falls asleep against Po again. In Bride of Po, during the wedding ceremony with Po and Lu Shi, Tigress apologized to Po and tells him that he's right, and Po thought Tigress that she's jealous. Tigress slightly said, "Yes," and stuttered. In Enter the Dragon, when Po died, Tigress was very sad, but when Po came back alive, she hugged him shouting, "You're alive." Quote. In Maltese Mantis, while Po was having a pep talk with his action figures, Po leaves out the Tigress figure, who he makes continuously rant on how awesome he is, until not even seconds later Crane and Tigress appeared. Later in the episode, when Bian Zhao asked for Po's Tigress action figure for a trade, Po complained not wanting to give up his favorite action figure but eventually gave in. In the Spirit Orbs of Master Ding, Tigress saving Po from Master Ding. In A Tigress Tale, Po was willing to change for her, begging her not to leave. When Tigress read the note, it was signed, "Love Po." The Po action figure was also the only one she picked up throughout this episode, especially the part where the two figures of Shifu and Po fell out of the bag, the two most important people in her life. No doubt, she picked up the Po figure. When Po broke down the door to rescue her, she said with a smile, "If you ever change, I'll kill you," at which Po gives her a dreamy look. In The Midnight Stranger, Tigress falls in love with the mysterious warrior who is really Po in disguise. When Po meets Tigress in the village, he realizes she is wearing perfume. While she is talking, Po gives her an "in love" look. After she leaves, Po says that he wants to tell her so bad. At the end, when Tigress finds out Po was the Midnight Stranger, she leaves to throw up. In the Secret Museum of Kung Fu, Po shows Tigress a magic trick that Po pulled a bouquet of flowers out of Tigress's ear. In The Way of the Prawn, Yijiro gave Tigress a Japanese headband resembling honor while Po is sitting on a tree spying on them. Po said to himself about his envious feelings that Tigress likes the prawn and soon fell off on Tigress. In Emperor's Rule Part 2, After Liu Kang fires Po as security chief because China needs Po, more at the Jade Palace, Po becomes so happy that he hugs Tigress while the rest of the Furious Five releases him. When Po releases her, Tigress holds onto his shoulder and smiles. In Jailhouse Panda, Po revealed that Tigress has a crush on Shifu when she was a teenager. In The Way of the Prawn, she has a crush on Yijiro, who is actually a giant tiger prawn. Kung Fu Panda, Secrets of the Furious Five. When Po finished telling Tigress's origin story, he cried actual tears. I watched Kung Fu Panda 4, but it's so sad to say this movie had no typo scene. In the last scene of Kung Fu Panda 4 I see just Furious 5 come and training with Jen. I hope we see typo in Kung Fu Panda 5. I know it's not an official, but so many fans love typo and I love also. I don't know why DreamWorks makes new ship between Blade and Po in Kung Fu Panda Dragon Knight. Actually Blade is the copy version of Tigress and that was worse than Tigress. I know some people already love this ship, but I don't love this. I hope DreamWorks any day they really confirm this ship, typo. Well, it's all about my thoughts. Comment down your thoughts. That's all for today. I hope you enjoy my video. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe my channel. Have a good day.